Responding to the 128-102 demolition job over Utah on Wednesday night as the Spurs get their introductions. And Dale Ellis goes against his former team. He was a Sonic from '86 to '91, but he has not had a whole lot of success against them. Did you find it tough to play against former teams?
I always felt that the best players care the most, or they're the most sensitive people. And if you have a lot invested as a player, it's tough to go back against those guys that used to be your guys. And Dale Ellis is a great player. He's a very sensitive man. And it's something that you have to get used to. It only happened to me once, where I played for Chicago against San Antonio in this building. And it is a very emotional event.
Time for tonight's tip of the game, brought to you by True Value Hardware Stores. If your furnace, water heater, and stove don't have enough air, dangerous carbon monoxide can be pulled inside your home. True Value Hardware Stores recommend that you check by holding a wood match or incense stick, and you've got plenty of those at home, Kobe, by the draft hood air intake. If smoke is pulled toward the draft, there is sufficient air. If the match goes out or smoke is blown away, call for service immediately and trust a reliable master plumber water heater from True Value Hardware Store. I knew there's good reason you kept all those incenses around.
I need to keep this card right here and just tape it on my refrigerator. That's what I need to do.
David Robinson ready to go to work. And he will go against one of the smaller, if not the smallest, centers that he'll face, that being Michael Cage. However, for the opening tap, they go with Kemp. And the Robinson-led Spurs control. Del Negro matching up with one of the up-and-coming point guards in the business, Gary Payton, who in his last 2 games has had consecutive career highs. Ellis right to his first 3 of the night, and it bangs off and down to Derek McKee.
The Spurs tried to run a play to Dale Ellis. Gary Payton sort of screwed up the play by knocking the first pass down from Vinny Del Negro. He's got his hands full with Payton guarding him tonight.
And the Spurs open with Robinson guarding Kemp, who gets a feed along the baseline, and Antoine Carr sends it back. He had 3 blocks in Salt Lake City, and a couple of them just as emphatic as that one was. Antoine, not quite. Ellis, offensive rebound, and the putback. And it is 2-0. It's amazing how different the atmosphere in this building is after the fans were able to see the most impressive Spurs win of the year. A little bit on the quiet side for the first several home games. Kemp with a miss outside. Loose ball foul against the Sonics. Derek McKee. George Karl, February last season, became the first Sonic coach ever named Coach of the Month. He is 35-18 after taking over in the middle of last year. And Del Negro will try to free Dale Ellis off the double back pick, and he's fouled outside.
Sonics number 20, Gary Payton.
That is on Payton. There's Ricky Pierce, who didn't play last night because of a foot problem, but in uniform tonight. Robinson draws the double team, and McKee able to knock that one into the Spurs bench. Sonics have been beneficiaries of a good schedule early. They played 7 at home, only 4 on the road. They're 6-1 in Seattle, and 2-2 away, with a 2-game winning streak coming in. There's Robinson underneath, powering it up and in, and it's 4-0.
Now, Sean Kemp gambled trying to get that pass before it got to David Robinson. Of course, the gamble didn't pay off, and Robinson dumps easy.
Patio shot is off. Running rebound, Sean Elliott. Ellis in the corner, and he's 0 for 2. Kemp high for the rebound, and here comes Payton. Payton, who was rumored possibly to be headed to Dallas in the offseason for Derek Harper. They couldn't get together on the other players who might have been involved, and that is now off. Leaner barely draws iron. Offensive board, Cage, the NBA rebounding champion 5 years ago. And the 16-footer misses by Kemp. Ellis another board. Supersonics 0 for their first 5 from the field. Del Negro rejected and fouled. Cage got some ball, but he also got some of Vinny. And that's 3 Seattle team fouls. Officials tonight are Bernie Fryer, Steve Javi, and Nolan Fine. El Negro, who is in the top 10 of the NBA in free throw percentage, and that's the most impressive thing he's done. That is hold out his turnover ratio.
Well, you'll notice tonight he's not playing for the first time since he was injured in the game against Denver. He's playing without his mask tonight.
He was hopeful after the Utah game that his next checkup would be a positive one.